YouTube, man, what it is, what it ain't, it's your boy, Soulful Sensei, and welcome back to another episode of Soulful Sundays, where we express our individuality through the vice of fragrance, which, like the soul, every fragrance can be unique. Blessing Soulful Family, hope all is well. On today's video, we're going to be talking about my weekly rotation. And I had a really good week of wearing some great fragrances, and I really enjoyed my wearing experiences. And I was just sitting there thinking, like, I don't go live too often. I don't post videos every day. So it's not often you get to see what I'm wearing for that day. So why not start a series showing y'all my weekly rotation? So if you want to know what those are, stay tuned right after this. All right, we're back, Soulful Family. And coming up first on Sunday, had a nice church event to go to. And I ended up pulling out an elegant fragrance of Xerjoff's Lewis 1722. And typically, I pour this out because this was an elegant, upscale, nice and vibrant fragrance that I feel like would fit the build. When throwing on the suit, the weather wasn't too hot, wasn't too cool. One of those nice transitional fall days. And with this fragrance, if you don't know, got some key notes of champagne, some woods, some plum, undertones of vanilla. Just a very nice, fizzy, tarty, fruity, woody. It dries down to a woody dry down. Very elegant fragrance. So that was Sunday's Lewis 1722. And we're going to jump right into Monday, which was the holiday of Labor Day. Didn't do too much. End up just going to the beach. It was very cool out. Like I said, fall is pretty much here. So it was very cool, had a nice breeze. And I wanted something that was just going to simply transition in all the facets of the weather that day. So I went with another one from Xerjoff, and this is 40 knots. And this fragrance right here, it transitions so much in nuances with the weather. If it warms up, this is going to change. If it cools down, this is going to change. You got some powdery, peppery, citrusy spices. You got some woods in the dry down. It's so many notes in here, and the way this is blended, like I said, it literally changes simply based off the weather and your skin chemistry. You can get more of the powderyness and woods. You can get more of the tarty sea salt citruses. It just doesn't doesn't stay still. This is definitely one, if you want something that's going to be unique and is going to change a lot depending on when you wear it and how you wear it, because you can wear it all year round. This is one I advise you getting your nose on. 40 knots from the house of Xerjoff. All right, next up we have Tuesday. Tuesday was a travel day for me, coming back home to North Carolina, and I was going to be in the car in the air conditioner. I just wanted to smell something elegant and something that smelled good, so I went with none other than Sacred Flame from the house of Argos. If you know, you know. This has a myriad of notes as well, but some key things is the peach in here. The way he did the peach in here is it's almost like a masculine peach, because peach can come off kind of feminine, but with the amber and the spices, the rose, the florals in this fragrance, it comes off just this high quality, upscale, masculine. I'm him fragrance, and I'm trying to stop saying that, but this is just one of those. If I only had 25, 15 fragrances, this is one that I would definitely keep. So for the ride home back to North Carolina, I went with Sacred Flame from the house of Argos. And up next, we had Wednesday, went back to work. It was starting to warm back up, but not quite. So I wanted to wear something that I haven't got too much experience with. So I went with the Lost fragrance of Xerjoff Pour On 2010. Everybody knows by now that I've talked about this fragrance a few times. There's no known breakdown, but what you get is this masculine, spicy, fresh, fougere style fragrance. This is right here. It's just one of those. I'm not a big fan of fougere, but this right here was special to me. Like I said, you get some spices, you get some freshness, you get a lot of amber and some smokiness in a fougere. Going to work in the big truck, riding along, just smelling good. Getting wafts of this all day, lasts about a good 8 hours. Majority of my shift, I can't complain. If you can find a way to get your nose on this, pour on Sahara 2010, I definitely advise it. And then coming up on Thursday, I went with my favorite mango fragrance out of all mango fragrances because it's unique, it's different, and it's not done the same way that everybody typically does mango. And that's coming from Unique A Luxuries. This is Mangonifiscent. This mango is more of a pungent, more in your face, ripe, bright mango. And then you get some florals in here in the undertone. It's lightly spiced, but not too much. Got some amber and things in the dry down, but this is a powerhouse fragrance. Another day in the truck at work, and I just had it. It was warming up, so I typically wanted to go with something that wasn't too heavy, but something that was going to last all day. I work 10 to 13 hours a day, and this performs all day, every day. Gives you great projection, great sillage. This is one of those fragrances I would highly, highly suggest you get your nose on, especially if you like the note of mango. They do it so differently. From the house of Unique A Luxury, this is Mangonifiscent. As we start to end the week, we have Friday. Friday was the warmest day of the week, so I really went back to my summer scents, and I actually tried one of my decants from Spirited to Dubai. This is Ajyal. And surprisingly, Spirited Dubai, with it being the gray house, I still haven't found one that I think I really need. Everything I smelled from the house was good, but nothing that I really needed in my fragrance wardrobe. Because at this point, if something doesn't stand out or really blow my mind or finds a place in my collection that either can debunk or move something that I already have or fills a void or something I don't have, then I'm really not buying. So with that being said, trying Ajyal, this is my first fragrance I think I'm going to buy from the house. This fragrance has literally 1,000 notes, a myriad, an abundance, many, many notes to even go down and try to explain or read off. But it reminds me of 40 knots in a way because it changes based off the weather outside on your skin. If it's hot, when it was at this warmest during the day, I got more of the sea salt, the bright citruses, the fruits and everything. But later that evening, when it cooled down, along with the dry down, I got more of the woods, the soft spices, some of the floors that is here, in here. And this fragrance is definitely very beautiful and elegant. I can truly see myself finally getting my first Spirited Dubai fragrance, which will be Ajyal. Actually, I have one other that I want to get that's a rose oud, but that's in due time. The first bottle will probably be Ajyal. Last but not least, Soleful Family, we have the Saturday fragrance that I chose to wear. It's one of my fragrances that has gotten lost in the collection. I can say that I need to wear more often. I actually went in and did some overtime and then ran some errands. And this is one of the most biggest compliment magnets in my collection. Coming from the house of Bond Number 9, this is Lafayette Street. If you know, you know. Man, which this amber, not amber, but ambroxan, you got apple, vanilla, combination they do in this fragrance. Good for the club, good for going out, good for making a statement, making your presence known. Projects very well, lasts a long time, and it's just a master penalty scent that's done differently. That's going to get you compliments, uplift your mood, and I really enjoyed this fragrance. I'm definitely going to end up putting it in the rotation a lot more, simply because I need to wear it. It just works, and that is Bond Number Nine's Lafayette Street. Well, Soulful Family, that is my time. I appreciate y'all tuning in for this week's episode of Soulful Sundays, episode 1 of the weekly rotation list. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know what y'all weekly rotation or what y'all wore today down in the comments below. Maybe you can put me on to something new that I haven't experienced and I can get my nose on. But until next time, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Until next time, peace and love, blessings.